the agency has not provided 8609 signed to the taxpayer or the developer who's working on preparing the tax return, then we should have, then we'll need to extend the tax return. 8609s will receive sometime over the summer, which in turn, by that point, we would file the tax return by 9/15, which is the extension due date. Now, that is usually what typically happens in the first year that we're issuing tax credits. So the question that we noticed in the audit guide was, what happens if we do not get the 8609s by 9/15, the extension due date? And they go into, excuse me, still going, covering from an old cold here, but basically they get into explaining the process and what happens if you were to, say, claim credits when in fact you don't have those 8609s, and what are the ramifications. And we just wanted to point that out during today's webinar. So if we would look at page 1 here on the on the slides, under IRC 42, a taxpayer is required to complete certification with respect to the first year credit. That certification is by completing Part 2 of the 8609s by the state received from the state agency. So we just want to address the fact that if you don't have the 8609s, the audit guide indicates that you really shouldn't be filing the credits, and this is what we're going to get into, their position and why. On our next slide here, we have a sample 8609A, the first part of this form, which is filed with your tax return each year. And we want to bring to your attention question C